All right, Christian, we're back. We've been gone for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I know, been a hiatus for us, but we're coming back strong with a fun fact.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now, I thought this was pretty cool, actually. Pirates, like Pirates of the Caribbean type of those, like pirates. The reason that a lot of them wore eye patches. Not so much maybe they did lose an eye, but you already know I'm going with this. Oh, you son of a bitch, you already know this?
Yeah.
Alright, well, don't ruin it. Pretend like you don't.
Okay.
But they would, if they knew they were going into battle, like they're going to find stuff, a bunch of people would put on like an eye patch, and they'd fight with eye patches on. That way, when they would go onto the other person's like ship, and if they would go down to like, it's not a brig, or just if they go down below like the ship, it's dark down there. So then they would take off the eye patch, like switch eye pretty much, like put it onto this eye now, or just take it off and do one eye. This way, this eye is already fixed or whatever it's called, acclimated to the darkness.
Yeah.
So they have like night vision, you could say, already like installed, while this one's like waiting to like catch up.
Yeah.
Did you already knew that?
So I did know that.
What? How?
But like,
how'd you know that?
I don't know how I know that, but I did hear that fun fact because
I thought it
makes
sick.
sense. And you can do this like for yourself if you know you're gonna go in like a room that's dark.
Yeah, close your eyes for.
Yeah, close your eye for like a little bit, and you're like worried about someone being in there, which that's a weird situation to be in.
Yeah.
But no, but I did hear that. It is interesting. Smart.
Yeah. No, isn't it really? Yeah, I know. And another fun fact about pirates was the gold earrings. You know why a lot of them wore gold earrings? Because now I don't know. This one may not be true, but I heard the reason that a lot of them had gold earrings was because if they ever like died, they could use those as payment for like a funeral, like burial thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think Morgan Freeman actually wears gold earrings, like practicing that type of thing, or he like carries that on. If he ever died in a foreign like country or something, they could sell the gold earrings to pay for like a funeral there wherever he died or something like that.
Interesting.
Oh.
She said, "I got something to say."
But yeah, I don't know. Who would have thought pirates would have been that clever? You know,
That's
I know
sophisticated.
everyone always puts pirates maybe more of a dumb light and not the smartest people, but I feel like pirates are pretty smart people.
Oh,
Most of
sure.
them, like I feel like they weren't actually that dumb.
No morals.
Definitely not there. Not
so
right. Not right morals whatsoever.
Definitely smart though.
Yeah, but welcome back, episode 11. We're back, better than ever. 100%. We were gonna shoot an episode last week, but was it last week? Yeah, no. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then we didn't shoot one last week. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago we meant to shoot one at my bachelor party.
That would have been crazy though.
It would have been probably too much.
It would have been chaotic.
With that many people, everyone probably just would have been screaming back and forth or something like that.
Especially like, what do you talk about?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Everyone just roast Benton, I guess, or something. But went to a bachelor party. For my bachelor party, we went to Lexington, Virginia, up there. And everyone's probably like, Lexington, Virginia? What the hell is up there? Well, let me tell you. VMI is up there.
VMI.
In Washington, Lee. But no, my friend Joe had a cabin. I just tell everyone it's cabin because it's just easier to call it that. But has a place up there that his parents renovated. So it was free. And we all got to go up there and we went hiking to Natural Bridge. Which was that your first time at Natural Bridge?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What'd you think of it?
It was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I always imagine, like I said, when people in that first like person, Native American, would just fall in the stream, and then they just came to this, like they'd be like, "What the hell?"
Yeah,
this
that's pretty
is
crazy.
wild.
And then like trying to find a way to get to the top of it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't been to Natural Bridge, if you live in Virginia, I recommend it for sure. It's pretty cool. Pretty short hike too.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's like
it's all like
it's
paved.
a trail.
Yeah,
it's not really.
It's not a hike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a path.
Yeah, it's like a park. I mean, it is a park.
It's part. You had to pay like $10 for entry or something. I think
Something,
is what it
yeah.
was. $8 or $10 is what was the entry. But yeah, it was fun. We did that, and then we just hung out. Went to Devil's Backbone, which I thought their food was really good there.
Yeah, I had some fried shrooms and meatloaf,
mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, Brussels sprouts. I think.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Oh, it was so good.
It was good.
I had some like street tacos. Those were pretty fire. The cheesecake was really good that I got.
Dude, I regretted not doing it.
You should have done it. You should have got one for later. And then yeah, we just hung out at his place. Had a fire. All kind of hung out. It was really nice. Just 8 of us up there, and we all got to be with each other, which was fun.
Yeah.
And just hang out and catch up. Yeah, but Bachelor Party was a great time. I actually liked Lexington. Like, it's a nice little quiet town, sure. You know. It is very small. Like everything was like within 5-minute driving distance.
Yeah.
Where here, you know, it's like everything seems like it's like at minimum 15 to get to all your places. But there's like maximum 5 minutes if you're driving. But yeah, so no, it was nice to go up there. And what else? And then last week, I just like forgot because I was so busy with work, and I was staying in Cabell's taking care of the dogs. They're out of town, so
yeah,
it's just been crazy.
No, for sure.
Crazy times. And then last week I gave blood. And
really?
That was a whole like ordeal because I didn't get blood. That was my first time so far this year. I've been slacking on my
blood giving?
On my blood giving donations. And I thought it was really interesting. One, every time I give blood, I always joke with the phlebotomist. I'm like, is this gonna hurt? And they're like, oh, like, maybe. I'm like, oh no, like, are you for real? She's like, yeah, like, it's a needle. I'm like, okay. And they're always like so gentle because I like do that. And then I'm like, is it done? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. And she goes, this your first time? You're like, nah, I've done this like 1,000,000 times. And they'll go like, God damn it.
That's funny.
Because they're just a lot more, they're always more gentle if you're like, is it gonna hurt?
Yeah.
But I was given blood and I'm O negative. I know we talked about blood before, like on the podcast. You've never given blood, have you?
No.
You're not a needle guy.
Well, I don't like needles like in that part of my arm. Oof.
I know you get cringy.
Yeah.
You also don't like cutting, like not cutting yourself, but like when people like talk about if they get like their arm like slashed open with a knife, like you don't like that.
Yeah,
like I feel like you always get like a little like queasy or like uncomfortable when someone like talks about like getting stabbed or like cutting their finger sliced open. Like,
yeah, that's like.
I will say,
but like when it happens to me,
yeah, you're like
it's not a big deal.
So, side note, there's a movie, I think it's called Red Sparrow. Not Red Sparrow. Maybe it is. It's the girl from Hunger Games. Hunger Games girl, do you know her?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence, maybe she's like a Russian sleeper agent spy or something.
Yeah, she goes to that school or whatever.
Yeah, but in the movie, there's like a scene when they're like fighting, there's like a knife scene, and there's like 3 people, and they get cut up, but they like in the movie, like they like it looks really real, and then sound it makes when it cuts someone. I was like, ugh, like, I was not liking it whatsoever. It was my first time where I was like actually queasy from
You're like okay, this is.
I was like, this is what Christian like feels. Like hell no, but. So I thought it was interesting. So every time I give my blood, one, like I said, I'm O negative. My hemoglobins are always hella high. Or like right on the high zone. which is 18.
What does that mean? Hemoglobin?
That's my iron, I think.
Your iron?
My iron is iron earned and iron earned.
What, they're telling you you're eating too much red meat or something?
Yes. And I'm like, bitch, I don't eat red meat. Everyone tells me all the time. Or not everyone, but my doctor tells me all the time. She's like, you gotta lay off the red meat. I said, you come over to my house and you look for red meat. Because I swear to God, you're not gonna find it. Alright? So shut up. Like, now when I go in there, I literally, when I get my blood stuff like that, she'll call me and I go, listen, I don't, before she starts, I was like, I don't want to hear anything about red meat stuff. Don't tell me, because I haven't had I probably have red meat maybe at most once a month.
So what is that? That's like a burger?
Burger, steaks. That's
taco meat?
Yeah,
like
ground beef, yeah.
Ground beef?
Yeah. But anytime I get tacos, I feel like I always get shrimp. Like shrimp tacos.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but she's always getting on
That's
to
so
me
strange
about it. Blood pressure was so my hemoglobin's is usually 17. This time it was 16.4. The high end is 18. They're where they're like, hey man, calm down.
Dang.
But surprisingly, my pulse. Guess what my pulse was? Well, I said surprisingly.
35. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I figure like 60 is about normal.
Yeah, I was 60. Which for me, that's like a little bit weird because with obviously the heart problems and stuff like that, I've always had a high heart rate. Every time, I think my history with it has always been like 100 every time I'm in there.
Yeah.
And it was like 60. And she's like, damn, you must relax. I was like, I guess so. Like, I guess we're chilling. But I thought it was interesting. So after you give your blood, now they run a COVID-19 antibody test is what they do. Comes back positive, negative, or reactive. And I got reactive, which I never got before. So I looked into it. I was like, what the hell is reactive? So reactive, it's reactive plus is what I had. Reactive plus. So there's reactive plus, there's reactive, negative, pending, and positive, and then not available. So I had reactive plus, which means antibody levels were detected at levels high enough that your plasma will be used as convalescent plasma or something like that. Pretty much is like, I'm the cure.
That's what we needed to hear.
I'm the cure.
Benton's got us all saved. His O negative blood that everybody can take.
Because pretty much reactive would be like, so I get there's no positive now. They call positive now reactive, but reactive plus, which I had, means I'm the cure. I'm the fucking savior of the world right now, baby.
There you go.
Reactive. If you're just reactive, it says antibody levels were detected, but not at the level required for the cure.
There you go.
But I am.
What you are.
Hell yeah.
So you've had COVID.
Mm-hmm. And I've had one J&J shot.
There you go. So that's the cure formula. O negative blood.
No negative blood. Well, it didn't.
A little bit of COVID.
Well, now you don't have
vaccine.
to. Well, no. Now you just need to take a vial syringe and inject my blood into you, and now you're cured. Because my blood, anybody can have. It's O negative. It's universal.
It'll just mellow out into that.
It will literally. I can donate. Anybody can take my blood, but I can only take O negative blood. So that sucks for me. But I can save any life, and now I can really save anyone's life. Because I'm the cure to COVID.
So you're only giving blood in case you need it one day. You can get it back.
Yeah, depositing. Put it in. Yeah.
Savings account for later.
Yeah, deposit like blood, and then a week later get like bad accident, go to the hospital, and like we're out of O negative blood. I'm like, that's bullshit. I donated last week. Where is it? Find me. Give me back my blood.
Just have like a little. Take a closet, turn it into a cold room where you store your blood.
How long do you think blood lasts?
I don't know.
If you had to guess, what do you think?
In a refrigerator. 2 months.
Alright. So,
I'm not sure. Maybe it's probably going to sound dumb because I have no clue.
So this is from the Red Cross. They say red cells are stored in a refrigerator at 6 degrees Celsius.
What? 6 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, 6
I
degrees
thought you said
Celsius.
60.
Yeah, 6 degrees Celsius, which would be like, what, 40?
Yeah.
40 Fahrenheit?
Something like that, yep.
For up to 42 days. Platelets are stored at room temperature.
So a
And
month and a half.
aggregates up to 5 days. Plasma and cryos are frozen and stored in freezers up to 1 year.
So different portions.
Yeah, you can break down the blood, I guess. So plasma can last for a year in red cell. It only lasts for 42 days. And I only do red cell. I don't donate plasma because I don't have that type of time. Now, they always recommend me to do double red, which is like both arms strapped in, both of my blood getting taken out of me. And it's just every time I go though, these not there. It's literally vein. They're like, "Where's your veins?" I'm like, "I don't know." And the other thing I want to talk about, I also go, and they're like, "Damn, you're dehydrated. When's the last time you drank water?" I said, "I drank a gallon of water last night." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm not lying. I drink a gallon like every day." She's like, "You look dehydrated. From at least your veins look dehydrated." I'm like, "Well, I don't know what to do." And they'll like put it in, and it comes out like thicker or like slower, I should say. Like, yeah, like it's coming out slower. Like if you were more hydrated, it'd come out like faster. I'm like, well, what do I need to drink? 2 gallons of water now?
Maybe you should check your, what would that be?
Kidneys? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I got diabetes.
I hope not.
But, yeah, I don't know. All I've learned is that my iron levels are high. Or from giving blood, I've learned that I'm O negative. My iron levels are high, which is another reason why they also want me to do double like red, because it'll get rid of more iron, which would be better, they said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the cure. The code.
The cure to COVID.
I mean, simple as that, really.
It only took us how long?
I said in the very beginning of COVID, I said, guys, I'm immune.
I'm immune.
To Delta.
To Delta.
Well, to COVID-19. Because wasn't it just COVID-19 and then it was Delta and then it was Omicron? Or was it always Delta and then Omicron?
I don't know. I think, like, I don't know.
I think it's COVID-19 and then it's Delta, right? I think there's like the OG 19. And then there's a subset Delta.
Okay.
And then
a subset.
Yeah.
Omicron.
Yeah. Yeah. And I beat OG and Delta. Omicron got me, though. It mutated enough after 2 years. It finally caught up to me.
Finally caught up.
But if I would have just been injecting people with my blood...
I'm honestly interested to know, like, if I have any antibodies or anything like that.
Yeah, another cool thing was I was giving blood all through COVID, all the time and stuff, up until I got the vaccine. And all the way up until the vaccine, it came back negative for antibodies like COVID, so I can never enter my system. But as soon as I got the shot, positive for antibodies. So, yeah. Do you even know your blood type?
No. I asked my mom. She's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, great.
Oh, jeez. You should give your blood just one time. Just do it. Just do it, man. Do it. You'll find out. Listen, you'll find out your iron level. You'll get to find out your blood type, and you'll get to find out.
Where do you go?
I have the app, and I usually.
Oh, they have like pop-up stuff.
Yeah. Well, there's banks, there's dead centers, but ever since I moved here, the reason I stopped giving blood so much was because when I moved here, they were farther away. But every now and then, the police station next door has it, so I just literally walk over and walk back. And in Norfolk, it was 5 minutes away from me, in downtown, straight from my place on the way to work or on the way home from work. So it was so convenient. So that's why I used to go like every 2 months, but now I'm like, ugh. I only go when it's open over there.
Yeah. No, I got you.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to give blood, give blood. I guess I shouldn't like promote it, but if you want to do it.
It's an experience to try.
Yeah, I think it's just good to know your blood type and all that stuff.
I would like to know my blood type.
I think it's just interesting, man.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, there are 8 different blood types, I think. Let me see.
Yeah.
How many?
What? A, B, positive, negative.
So let's see images. All right, so we got O positive, O negative, A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, and then AB positive, AB negative.
Yeah.
So
I remember learning about it, but I wish I could remember more. Miss Royster would be disappointed.
Mm-hmm. So the two like main ones would be O negative, which is me, which is universal donor. Which means that anybody can have my blood, but I can only have my blood. And then the universal recipient is AB positive, which means that person can take any blood. It doesn't matter.
I hope I'm AB positive.
You're probably AB positive. I guarantee you. I feel like you would be. I feel like you'd be the type of, yeah, I can take whatever. You guys, man, just shove anything in there you want.
I wish.
Just throw a mixture in there, whatever.
Give me a cocktail.
Yeah.
Just like pull out a recipe and give it to the doctor. Say this is percentages I like. One part this, one part that. Little dash of.
I just think it's interesting that I don't know. Whoever discovered the whole blood shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
What's interesting is so O positive, 38% of the world is O positive. O negative is 7%. A positive 34%, A negative 6%, B positive 9%, B negative 2%, AB positive 3%, and AB negative is 1%.
So AB positive is 3%,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the one who can receive.
Yeah, you can receive anything you want.
Dang. So it sounds like I'm what?
The most rare is AB negative, but
Yeah.
you're probably AB positive. You can take whatever.
Nah, I'm probably like.
Really?
You
think you're
34% or whatever it is?
O negative or O positive?
Yeah, whatever's the most common.
Yeah. So.
It is interesting.
So, yeah, it's interesting. And speaking about sucking blood and stealing everything, Elon Musk.
Sucking blood and stealing it.
Elon Musk at it again. So I don't even think it had happened 2 weeks ago when he bought everything. So I don't think we've even talked about it. But Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, bought 9%.
Yeah, he bought a very strategic 9.2 or 9.3% to match the number one holder, Morgan Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk held just as much Twitter as Morgan Stanley did. So he was, at that point, considered the owner because he has majority stake in the company.
Yeah. And he spent how much money for that one?
I think it was 2.8 or 2.9 billion dollars.
$1 billion. So he did that. The stock jumped a good bit.
He made $500 million overnight.
Overnight, yes. He could have pumped and dumped and made $500 million. But you guys, he would have lost money, right? Since he spent $1 billion? That wouldn't make sense, right?
Well, no. So his 2.8 billion went to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
3.4.
Yeah, true. No, so he actually would have made 500. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so he did that. Everyone was talking about, freaked out, and
when he did it, he said that you know, on Twitter, I guess he's like, oh, like, I'm just a passive investor.
Yeah. I'm just here to.
So that's like day one.
I'm just here to watch. I'm just here to see what happens.
So
and
people were talking, and they were like, all right, like, maybe he did it just so, like, they can't remove him off Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, that's an expensive move. Like, $2.8 billion to ensure you can't get censored on Twitter. And he had been asking, like, questions, too, throughout the week before he did it, or before it was, I guess, common knowledge. Like, putting polls out saying, do you want, like, free speech on Twitter? Like, your answer really matters or whatever. And then he went and did that. So people were like, okay, like, is he really a passive investor? Is he not? But I'll let you keep going.
So now, he does that. They invite him. Twitter now invites him onto the board.
Mm-hmm.
Board of investors and all that stuff. So he's on the board of Twitter. But is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. But from what my understanding or what I've heard, would be like they invite him on the board just so he can listen and be a part of it, but he can't make any changes or do anything he wants. So Elon found that out and was like, oh, like I can't, since I like majority owner, like I can't do whatever I want. And they're like, no. He goes, okay, well, how about I just buy the company?
So what I think how that went down was more like they offered him a spot on the board, and if he would have taken that, it would have been...
you also, if I think he would have taken the spot on your board, I think he couldn't have more than 14-something% of stock in the company.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
So instead of accepting the position, he refused it, and then basically was like... made an offer for like $54 billion, or no. It was paying
$53 and something for the stock. It was $53 per share.
Buy everyone out at like $53, and we could look up what the stock price is, but I believe that's above.
Yeah, it was above
current market price. So
it was at market price at that point when he offered, and then now. Because he offered it at, I think it was 53 is what he was going for. And now it's at 48.
Gotcha.
And he said, that's fine. Like, I'll still hold up.
Yeah. So
even though shares are at 48.
Everybody who has a share would make that much money on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he would buy all the shares.
Mm-hmm. He'd buy everybody out.
And he would be complete owner of Twitter.
For $43 billion.
Yeah.
I think is what it was. The total investment on it, to buy everything else.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. So
but it hasn't really I haven't looked and been in up on the news on it, but I don't think anything's happened yet.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything more on it too. Let's see, border. So I don't know, but I'm just curious to see how this is gonna go. And it's funny that he would, and now say everything now I'm watching is more just conspiracy stuff that he is he did all this and now he's kind of holding them at gunpoint or ransom, saying okay cool if you don't let me buy the company I'll just fucking sell all my shares, I'll just dump all of them right now.
Yeah.
Because when he bought all the shares, he bought all the shares for $39. Jeez. He bought them at $39.
Yeah.
And after he bought them, it jumped to $51. And like I said, now it's gone back down to $48. But his still profit would be $10 a share would be his profit.
Yeah, and I don't know how many shares he got.
I don't know either.
A lot.
Fuck that, yeah. So much, yeah. So, I mean, he's still making a profit. If he does...
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's still going to make $100 million if he sells right now, even at, 10 plus, share for him.
You know what $100 million reminds me of? That video on the $100 million penny.
Ooh.
Everybody should watch that.
That's a good one.
That is a wild video.
The TARP bailout, isn't it about?
Yeah, it's about some bailout.
I think it's the TARP bailout, I want to say. One of the
Yeah.
bailouts. Yeah, that's a great video. The $100 million penny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first part of the video is all about spending $100 million. And the last little bit of the video
shows what the government did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like talking about how much $100 million is, and then how many pennies it took to make, if each penny was worth $100 million.
Yeah.
The government printing. It's like absurd. Yeah, and
great.
that was before 2020.
Yes, it's an old ass video. 100%.
Yeah.
It's probably almost like 8 years old, maybe 10.
Probably.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I just find it interesting what Elon's gonna do if he's just gonna be like, all right, fuck it, you're not gonna let me buy it, I'll dump all of it, crash your. I was like, well, the stock will go down and whatever, it can hang down there. I mean, who knows if it will go down below from what he bought it, if it will actually crash.
Yeah.
But I mean, it will definitely take a hit if he dumps all of his shares right there.
Yeah.
He says, all right, peace out. Like, whatever. I just needed some extra cash for all my taxes I have to pay.
It's funny.
But yeah, I'm just curious to see what's going to happen.
I had watched one guy, and he was talking about how, he thinks it'd be interesting if he went and bought CNN, because you could get CNN for a couple, I think, 100 million. It's not even, really that much to him. And then a movie studio, like a Paramount or something like that, and have all three for the media side of it.
Yeah, just literally buy all the media. Just do it.
That's what the one guy was talking about. They were like, if there's someone to do it, because apparently Bezos had just bought a movie company. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that was probably maybe to tie it into the Amazon streaming.
Yeah, no, for sure. But the thing is for example, Elon Musk doing Starlink. If he Starlinked with Twitter, that would make it basically a satellite decentralized version, and it would be almost impossible to take it down. It's sort of the same thing as a Bitcoin type deal, where if there's 100 million satellites in the sky running the internet, and he links in Twitter with that, it's an interesting idea of the possibilities of what could happen.
Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? I don't know all the details, but it's something that cool. He is involved in that sort of stuff. He was. It always blows my mind. He was he was co-founder of PayPal. Mm-hmm. That's never even realized.
Yeah.
So he knows.
No, he
all
knows
about the coding.
He knows his shit. Trust me, he does.
He's crazy.
President.
Dude, I believe it. Well, he can't.
No, he can't.
Because he was born in South Africa, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not a U.S. citizen. I can also check that right now. We've been talking about that for a while.
So, they would have to have another amendment to allow a citizen, if you're a citizen for 35 years, you can run for president.
So, Elon became an American citizen in 2002.
So, yeah, 35 years from 2002 is 2037 he could run.
That's when he would run.
If they passed an amendment to the Constitution, which I don't think they're going to do.
Dude, that's crazy.
Could you imagine?
And his net worth is $264 billion. I didn't realize. Is he actually number one?
Oh, yeah, he should be.
Wow. I didn't know he was richer than Bezos.
I think so.
He's actually 100 billion more than Bezos.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because
what?
Tesla, think about it. He's complete majority owner, I believe, of Tesla. And yeah, he sold a lot of stocks, but there's been a couple of stock splits, and we're talking 5-to-1s. And the stock is still trading at thousands of dollars.
Dude.
Well, actually, it might not be now. I think it might be.
I think it's just crazy. I didn't know about that. But the difference. I just think it's crazy that he is almost 100 billion more than the guy behind him. You know, like he's like, it's not like, oh, he's like $2 billion more. No, my guy's a fucking leap. Like,
and Bezos was like insanely rich.
Yes, that's crazy.
But then the divorce took half of Bezos's.
Oh,
that's the other
maybe
thing.
Bezos, maybe.
And I'm pretty sure, not that like Bill Gates would be all the way up there anymore, but like Bill Gates just went through or is going probably still through a divorce, losing a lot of money.
Yeah, I guess some people have Elon's thing at 290 billion and Jeff at 289.
Oh really?
Yeah, billion. So like I said, $100 million more.
$100
billion more.
It sounded like you just said.
I know I fucked. 189 billion
gotcha.
for Jeff, 290 billion for Elon. So
Yeah.
pretty much 100 billion more dollar. Oh,
How many 100 millions is 100 billion?
I think it's 1,000, right?
Yeah.
1,000 millions is a billion.
So 1,000 $100 million pennies. That's crazy.
Dude. Sheesh.
It's a lot of money, man.
It's so.
And the thing is that, like, whether it's true or not, I have no idea. But apparently he lives in like a $500,000 house. Like, doesn't really
Yeah.
Literally is like a normal ass dude.
Well, that reminds me of Mr. Beast. When we were talking about that. I mean, Mr. Beast obviously he's a millionaire, but and he's off YouTube, but he like doesn't want to live in a mansion, big house and stuff. You know, he lived like in a small, like quaint neighborhood, like little, I would say below the middle class line. But he was like, once I started getting like famous, I had to go live like in a better neighborhood and like get a better house for like security reasons. Because people kept breaking into my house, because I lived in a shitty neighborhood in a shitty house. So I had to go buy it like a nice house. I was like, I don't want to live in it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
well, that's kind of also the same with Warren Buffett.
Oh really?
I think Warren Buffett, he's lived in the same house for a while, and he still drives like the same like Buick, like 20-something-year-old car.
Dang.
And gets McDonald's like in a Coke every single morning. His diet is trash. Have you heard of his diet?
No.
People try it, and like
die.
Yeah, like I shouldn't be alive right now.
No, I have not. That's
the Warren Buffett diet. Let's see if I can pull something up. I ate like Warren Buffett for a week, and it was miserable. That's like the title of Insider.
That is really funny.
So my body felt terrible at the end of the week. So he has a really weird diet, is what they say. This diet is mainly soda, junk food, limited vegetables. So he drinks 5 cans of Coke products a day. Oh my god, 5 cans of Coke. I mean, I guess I do that in one night if I'm like drinking like with rum with it. That makes sense. That's not bad. And then constantly munches on C's candy. I don't know what C's candy is.
I don't know either.
The fuck does C's candy look like? Maybe it's like his like own like candy brand or something. I don't know.
That would be funny.
And let's see. Then he gets. I know he gets McDonald's. Like I know he does. Like literally goes to the same freaking McDonald's like every morning.
Gets the McGriddle.
Yeah, yeah. Depending like on his, they did a video of him like doing it. He's like, depending on the day, if the market's up, I'll get a McGriddle or something. But if market's down, just bacon, egg, and cheese. Like.
That's funny.
It was just really funny how he eats. But yeah, apparently it's just shit.
That's crazy.
He has 252 grams or 0.56 pounds of sugar a day.
Oh my god. That's wild.
He has half a pound of sugar a day. Oh God.
And he's just keeps on trucking.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. If stocks are up, he gets a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. If they're down, he opts for a cheaper breakfast of 2 sausage patties. If the market is flat, as it is on Monday mornings before open, he goes with the sausage McMuffin. Is that crazy? He gets to work every day at 7:30, coat and tie, you know. Oh, it's just,
McDonald's, dude.
but it's cherry Coke. Coca-Cola is what he likes. Cherry Coca-Cola.
Gosh, it's so much sugar.
Oh, dude, we were talking about that actually with I think with Grace's mom and stuff. We were talking about just like old people like getting older, and as you get older, I guess you just like lose more like taste buds and taste. So like really like the whole thing like food loses its taste. It really does. So it's like the more potent, like the sweet stuff. You can actually taste it. You taste it. So like that's why old people like Phil's always want like sweets. Like the older they go.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
I don't know. I just I thought it was interesting, but be on the lookout for on Twitter stocks and what's gonna happen and what's to come and what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, but I'm also curious to see. Was it this week? Did you start this week?
Yeah.
Today was your first day.
No. Well, I started last week. My bad.
Oh, you sure? Damn. Well, Christian started a new job.
Yeah.
He's in corporate America now.
Not at all.
He's a full-blown stockbroker. He's working on Wall Street. He slaps that bull's ass every fucking morning. He goes in there and he kills it.
Yep, every day.
Made $100 million today.
$100 million.
Made 1 penny.
1 penny. No, so I'm a farmhand basically on a certified organic hemp farm here in Virginia Beach. So it's basically like sort of similar to a paid internship type of program because you get to see their processing and they help you go through and learn the whole process start to finish. So basically part of what I do as well though is there's another part of their company that installs garden beds. Mm-hmm. So they actually installed and take care of the Cavaliers garden beds, Esoteric's garden beds, and some houses and other commercial grows like that. And then they have a greenhouse and then a farm that they just got in March that needs cleaning up because I guess it's been sort of out of commission for at least a little bit. So there's a lot of stuff that they don't want and, you know,
needs
junk
to be fixed
and this
up,
and that.
cleaned up,
Exactly. And they're trying to get a crop in the ground this year. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Is it just you?
No, there's...
Or are you the only one of your type?
No, there's 2 other guys.
Okay.
Right now. But whenever I was applying, he had basically said that there was an opening for 6 in the summer and 2 in the fall through winter.
Oh, so will you not be working this job? Like
I don't know.
In the winter, is this just like a contract right now or something?
So like the way it was presented was like a contract, like a 4-month deal. So basically April to August, and then I think November to March was the other one. But I don't know if it's like, you know, sort of like a test trial to see like how you work with this or that, and then if there was an opportunity, if there was an opportunity available for like actually working either strictly on the farm or greenhouse manager or this or that, depending, then there might be something after, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's I think it's really cool just because some of the guys that I work with, like, getting to meet people that are into the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, and people that have been doing it for way longer than me, so they have more connections and references, and just trying to meet new people too. It's fun.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So, what have you been doing? How was last week? How was your first week?
So I'd say like Monday through Wednesday, we were installing garden beds at different residences in the North End.
Okay.
So basically, what we do is,
like 58th Street, like down that end?
Yeah, for sure.
People's houses?
You wouldn't believe.
Really?
Yeah.
There's some big ones?
Oh.
Big garden beds you're putting in?
Yeah, like there's some places that like they've been there for so long they own 2 lots that they bought together, and the second lot doesn't have a house on it.
Yeah.
And so it's like a full lot at the ocean front.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're sort of like randomly scattered because
of course.
Obviously a lot of that stuff is
it's hard to
built
come
up.
by too.
Yeah. But and then also back in like, you know, the Bay Colony-ish area, but like that whole sort of but yeah, doing that. So basically it's just one of the guys that I sort of work for, I guess you'd say, builds the beds. We take them in a truck, put them on the ground, take a bunch of dirt, fill them.
Where are you getting your dirt from?
They have dirt at the greenhouse that they have, so it's all organic, so it's organic certified.
Yeah.
So they have their own soil at the greenhouse. And
you think Sam would want to get into this at all?
Maybe, but I think he's happy where he's at.
Yeah, probably.
For what he's working toward.
Yeah.
Like, this is like something that I feel like he'd find interesting, but not necessarily as like a spend all my time trying to do this. Yeah. So he needs freedom of schedule.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But so we install the garden beds, get the soil from the greenhouse, all that, and then sometimes the homeowner wants to plant it with whatever. Sometimes we bring plants along and plant it. Sometimes...
What are you planting?
Everything, yeah. So tomatoes, cucumbers, peas, carrots, rosemary, thyme.
Does the company offer any type of like service, like gardening, like come by, like check on crops, stuff like that, make sure like things are like
So they like that's part of it too. Like sometimes we'll show up to a house and re-amend the bed, replant it, leave. Nice. And sometimes I guess some places get checked up every so often, whether it's once a month, once every 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like especially the commercial grows too, like the Cavalier and stuff. Sometimes there's more rotation in terms of like coming back and replanting because they're using it.
Yeah.
But that was like the first sort of half of the week. Then Thursday, I was on the farm. And basically what we did was like mow the grass. Me and the other guy, like I learned how to use a 0-turn.
Oh yeah, the 2 sticks parts.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun, isn't it?
It's pretty
you just hold this and you do this and they will work.
Yeah. So I did that. That was fun. That took like the first half of the day, and then the second half of the day, the farm's like 25 acres, and the fields that were used to grow were sort of like a corn grass style, but it got really tall, so the stalks are pretty thick, and they're woody, so they're not going to break down very fast. So the idea is they want to get as much of that out of the field as they can, because when they go to, I guess they're going to use a seeder behind a tractor and literally seed their hemp into the ground.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting. Well, I mean, obviously it's the best way to do it for like time.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the density of seeding will be. Anyway, so they need a flat bed surface to seed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get all that husk and stalk out, and that is going to be a project because they took the tractor and like raked the field, and they were raking basically piles of dirt and stalk, and then we'd come by with pitchforks, but it's like 25 acres, and
it's a lot.
You're talking about like two people here
dudes.
trying to fit exactly. I'm literally in the field like thinking, like, this is why we needed a lot of people to do like manual labor.
You need to just fucking see if you can go rent some of the equipment from like Coastal or something, just like for like 1 week and just plow it all out real quick or something, and then give it back like do like a quick 2-day rental. Run that bitch all day and night, and then give it back to Tim.
That's like, I mean, what I'm sort of thinking. Whenever on Friday I was at the greenhouse, so did that Thursday afternoon, finished like literally in a massive field, like a small little square. And we filled a truck bed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we filled the truck bed, and then we took the truck bed over and emptied the truck bed to a compost pile. And yeah, if the field was like sort of like a long rectangle, it was like the first teeny little square was cleared. So Friday I was at the greenhouse, and basically what I did that day was do beneficial insects on a lot of the plants. So basically things to prevent all sorts of pests. Yeah, like aphids or thrips or all sorts of stuff. Did that, and then also like hung this not string, it's like a netting almost, so that they can hang. They have some plants that they're getting ready to harvest to hang, but did that, and then they were taking a bunch of fertilizer, basically chicken feather meal, that had been delivered over to the farm, but it was like massive pallets. So we were going back and forth. I was with Brad, the CEO, and when we pulled out the first time after we went from the greenhouse to the farm, we were looking out in the field, and he was like, man, this is going to take forever to do. And I was like, yeah, like I was sort of thinking that yesterday, like while we were doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we're going to have to just like figure something else out. Like take the bucket on the tractor and just scoop the piles and just take.
You need to get a big machine and knock it out in like 2 days, whatever. Like just spend the money to rent it, and then be done in a lot quicker time.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We had today off, which was nice.
Oh, cool.
And a half day on Friday. So they gave us a half day for, I guess, Easter weekend, and then Monday off. So it seems like a cool place to work.
Yeah.
We'll see how everything turns out, but I'm just excited too, like hoping that everything comes along and they get a crop going in the
It'd be cool.
fields this year, because
it'd be funny to drive by.
Dude,
everyone's like, what is that? That'll be in the paper for sure.
Be some trees.
That'll be in the paper, 100%.
If people know about it, yeah.
I'm sure people will.
I'm sure people
will. 100%.
So we'll see what happens.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see kind of how far this goes and what's going to come up it and stuff like that. That'll be cool.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun time, and I'm still like working on all the planting and things over at my place too. So still trying to like figure out what works and doesn't, and trying to get some good produce out at least this summer, just to give to people.
Yeah. Now I'll show you this TikTok later, but there's a guy. He like at his house has like a whole garden, and like pretty much feeds like the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he makes like money, like off it all and stuff. It was crazy. I was like, damn, this is perfect.
Dude, I mean, I feel like literally if I wanted to, like even just in my neighborhood, my neighborhood's pretty big. You could sell way
just
more.
You could probably feed your whole like street.
Yeah.
Once you get all your stuff in, I mean, like.
Yeah, if they want it. The thing is, a lot of people like don't really want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't want to cook it, or like a lot of people in my neighborhood at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely think after, I guess, Grace moves in, we figure out what we would do like the backyard and stuff like here. Setting up some type of like grow box or something like that, and having like 2 or 3 plants or something in there. Like definitely, like I said, I want to do tomatoes. I want to do the cherry tomatoes. I really want to grow those. I want to get a butt ton.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, because I want to make some salsa. And, well, I guess cherry tomatoes, but maybe with other tomatoes would be better for salsa. But, yeah, peppers and garlic and onion. But I know that all grows at all, like, different times. But I could at least make half of it maybe homegrown.
No, for sure. I mean, you could, like, for the stuff that, like, let's say the onions don't grow when the tomatoes do, or, like, whatever, like, if they're not ready to be harvested. Onions last a long time now. Garlic lasts a long time.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah, you could definitely, I think, one day grow all of it.
Are you going to grow potatoes?
I would like, so what I think would be something that I'd like to do is grow sweet potatoes as a cover crop in areas in the summer.
Okay.
So sweet potatoes are, I guess, a summer crop, which I didn't realize.
I didn't realize that.
But, yeah, they, like, grow all summer, and you can eat sweet potato leaves. Sort of like... I've heard you can eat them raw, but almost like collards as well, like cooked down.
Yeah.
But, I mean, sweet potatoes are really nutritious as well. And I guess the leaves are just as good.
Just as good.
But, yeah, I'd like to get into all sorts of stuff. I don't have enough room to do it all, but
yeah.
I definitely one day want to get into some big farming stuff.
You're not allowed to do anything behind your fence, are you?
Not really, but at the same time, like...
Not maybe actually go into the ground, but could you have boxes and stuff like that out there? Like some, like, grow, like, things?
No, I would say in the ground would be better than boxes.
Oh, okay.
Like, I guess the best way to put that would be, like, if they came by and, like, had trucks come across it or this or that, like, they're not going to stop for it.
True. Yeah.
So I have no idea whether or not that would be.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, yeah.
Just an interesting thought right there. I just thought you got all that.
I think
more land back there.
The thing that I would end up doing maybe more, and this would be tough as well, but like finding people that I knew with yards and just doing a couple.
Yeah.
But again, that might not be. I think that it's definitely doable in the sense that, like, let's say that I sort of wanted to mimic what I was saying that the place I work for does with the garden beds. Yeah. It's really expensive the way they do it. I think that being just one person could offer to, like, a few, let's say 10 people, a garden big enough to have, like, basically a supplemental garden where you can get a good amount of stuff out of it, and you might be able to give some away, but you're not going to be able to sustain a full diet out of your garden.
Yeah.
But do that, and, you know, even if it's just like $10 a week, 10 families, that's $100. And then, like, doing all the stuff that you can do to sort of get it like a subscription, I guess, type thing. I think that you could make it work in a way on a smaller level to do, like, if you could get, like you were saying, like the neighborhood thing where you don't have to go far.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what comes up.
Yeah.
Out of all that you just started. We'll see what the summertime brings and how long that crop is going to take for you to, that field, to clear it out.
Oh, yeah, that'll be interesting. But
we'll get weekly updates on that.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can get, like, pictures and as it progresses.
Oh, that'd be cool. Get some drone shots.
Drone shots.
That'd be cool.
Look like a pine tree field.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up for season 2, episode 11. But other than that, as I think we'll hopefully be getting back on a good schedule.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be gone next week. but we may try to shoot something maybe on Monday. So
Gotcha.
hopefully we'll get back to normal schedule. Stay on top of everything. But
Yeah.
on that, we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.